If I was waiting for her to give me permission, I would not have been in a situation to really make a difference for her. 2 years ago, a close friend of mine back in Holland gave birth to her second son. And as I got a message that he was born, I quickly also got the message that he was born with a birth defect and needed to be operated ASAP. I didn't know any details. All I knew was that she needed me. And I remember it so clearly when I heard that message. I'm so far away and I can't do anything. That's the first thing that I thought. But I felt this strong conviction of I can make a difference. How can I help her? How can I be as close to her as possible? And so because I was thinking of that, like how can I really help her? I got this insight of send her a voice note. So I grabbed my phone and I sent her a voice note. And I was talking to her as if it was already after the operation. I talked to her in the past tense, talking about a very quick recovery, a miraculous recovery, that there were no ongoing symptoms, that the doctors were surprised. I literally was in that zone and I saw the end, and I was taking her with me, being that guiding light in her darkness. And then instantly I felt inspired to create a second audio. And in that audio, I was talking about future things that happened. The first holiday with his brother and chasing his brother and his celebration, his first birthday celebration and all that. I was bringing her into all these timelines and I opened all, the visions and made it real for her. What she told me afterwards was, Ash, in that period, I listened to your voice notes every time it got hard. And it was your voice notes that, it wasn't even about hope, but it helped her to be in that zone. It helped her to see that reality is real. And it really kept her calm, despite whatever was going on around her in her reality, to stay the course. And it all happened. He recovered quickly without, in no time he was able to go home. And the doctors literally said, this is a miracle. You don't even notice that something happened with him beforehand. He's completely recovered. He has to do checkups every year, maybe every 6 months, every time everything is normal. He's just a normal baby, a normal boy. And I was thinking about this story because my bestie got very bad news about someone she loves dearly. And I reminded her of this. And I said to her, if you feel, because she said, hey, I really want to help her. And I said, if you really feel that energy of, hey, I want to help her, I want to make a difference for her, don't wait for permission, just show up. When people go through hard times in life, they're not going to ask you to come over and bring food. You just have to come over, bring the food, and when needed, just go home again. But it's about just showing up, And the other day, another friend of mine, close friend of mine, she had an emergency situation too. And in all that chaos, I felt that same energy of, hey, she's not asking for this, but I'm going to show up for her. And I sent her a voice note and I said, I'm just going to do this the Ash way. And you don't have to listen to this if you don't feel like it. But I'm going to tell you a story. And this time it was me storytelling. And everything that I told her and shared with her was all just running through me. And it was for her to receive. And then when she finally was ready to listen to it, she said, Ash, your words were so activating and so empowering, and they really helped me shift. And when I'm back, there is no holding back anymore. I'm gonna go full in. Whatever this chapter in my life had to show me, I'm not gonna play small anymore. I'm gonna go full in. And you're not just a friend, you're my family, she said. I also have people close to me, like family members, that I don't always do this for. And the difference that I feel is that I feel when people are open for receiving it and when people are not. And sometimes the people that are closest to you are not. And it's not that they don't love you, it's just that they're just not open for it that way. And the people that I choose as friends, well, they're friends for a reason, right? They're open for they're more receptive. They understand what I'm doing, and they trust me in that sense. And so for me, when it comes to family, sometimes it's hard because I'm like, hey, I feel like I'm failing, but at the same time, I'm just holding them at my highest vision for everything to sort out. But with my friends, I'm able to actually step in and basically get into that field where anything is possible, and then I'm guiding them towards a positive end, the positive conclusion. If you feel that inclination, don't stop. Don't think that you're too much. Don't excuse yourself. Don't talk yourself into not doing it. Give it your all and give your full heart into it. And it's not about convincing people. It's not about, hey, you need to do this and that. No, it's about showing up in a way that is unique to you, that you can truly offer. And that could be a warm meal. That could be singing for them. For me, it's me activating people and channeling things and bending realities. And the reason I'm sharing this is the hardest thing is that when people are going through hardships, to be there for them. It is hard, like you empathize, you see it, you feel it, and then we kind of like, what can we do here? You also don't want to bother them. I once had someone close to me who was very sick, and she expressed to me, I'm so sick and tired of people ask me how I am doing, how I am feeling. It was driving her completely nuts. And at the same time, I'm like, but can you blame people? I mean, even when people see each other, it's like, hey, how are you doing? It's the first thing we say, especially when you're sick, But I understood her as well. And it really made me very cautious of not trying to be too much for people when they go through things. But it also made me very passive. And then one time I just read something. I don't even recall who wrote it or what was said, or maybe someone said something, but it really made me change that way of doing things. Like, hey, just show up, just be the driver, be the cook, clean, do whatever, but just be useful. And that's it. That in itself can already make such a huge difference, because we don't know how much of a difference we can make in people's most darkest times, especially for the ones that are close to us, to pay attention and to be that guiding light. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in tomorrow's episode.